guys, I'm Amanda. I'm an RN BSN student.
And I'm Keely, and I'm actually an LVN student.
Okay, so we have compiled a bunch of questions that we asked on our Instagram handle, and we're just going to make a video about answering these questions.
So to start off, we got a lot of questions simply just about like life. And the first question was, how do you keep a life-work balance all while in school?
Honestly, I think it just comes with prioritizing your whole schedule and just sticking to that. There's really no magic trick to balancing it. Just carving time for you, school, anything in your life. I think that's how I've been able to keep a nice life-work balance between school and clinicals and making time for me.
Same for me. You basically just have to put school first, honestly, and it's going to suck because you're not going to have any money, but school kind of comes first. If you can work, go for it. If you feel like you can balance going to school, going to work, getting your homework done, then you can, but we don't really have the answer how it's going to work for you. It's based on who you are as a person and how you see yourself completing things.
Definitely. Our second question, is it easy to be married while in nursing school? How does it affect your relationship? I think this is an answer for Keely.
That's for me. Honestly, I'd say it's pretty easy because you live with the person, so you're going to see them constantly. And luckily for me, I get to carpool with my husband, and he helps me study, actually. He's super smart.
That's super helpful.
And I'll drive, and then he'll do flashcards, or he'll ask me questions, and that's how I typically study for tests, too. It hasn't really negatively affected our relationship, but he is the one who is actually working full-time. I'm not. So that definitely can affect our relationship sometimes.
All right, so next question. How do you find time to work out during nursing school?
This is for her. I don't.
I guess carving out that time throughout your day. In school, I probably do like a 30 to 45 minute workout, and it's become like a routine that I've integrated into my school and clinical schedule, and honestly it makes you feel really good, and it's a good way to kind of decompress from everything that you have going on as a nursing student. So just carving out time and just planning out your day, and just looking forward to that time of the day to be with you and work out. Next question.
All right. How do you balance doing well in classes while also spending time with your family and friends?
That's a good question.
Well, let's see. For me, I live very close to my family and my in-laws, so we are constantly seeing them. And with my friends, I have like one friend who doesn't go to nursing school, so we kind of both have really busy lives, but we always pick a time in advance to hang out, and we make sure that we hang out.
Yeah.
Because it can get really grueling, like not hanging out with anyone else.
Definitely.
Besides, like, people who, like, you're seeing every day. No offense, like, I love my friends in school, but you gotta, like, make time for other people.
Yeah, I guess, like, it's different for me because I live about 500 miles away from my family whenever I'm in school. It's definitely hard. FaceTime is very helpful, but whenever I'm on break or I have a slight vacation in nursing school, it's definitely nice coming back home and being with family and friends and making time for that in a sense. But even though I'm so far, I still feel such a big support from my friends and family. Being in this program that's really far away from my hometown, and I've just been very blessed, and I'm really thankful for that.
And like the balancing doing well, like in classes, is kind of just based on who you are. Sometimes you do have to prioritize school before your family, and it's unfortunate that it has to be that way, but sometimes it's just what you have to do. Like if you have a test and your parents want you to come over for dinner, but you know that you're going to be there all night, you're going to have to pick the test and study.
Sometimes it takes like sacrificing some time that you would do to go to the beach or go hiking or go out with friends, and like I've definitely said a lot of, oh, like I'll take a rain check, and it is all really worth it. It's hard at first, and sometimes you have to do that. And it's okay, you know. There's a time and place. There's summer breaks. So yeah.
Right. Next, we
Next
have
question.
scrubs and nursing equipment category. All right, what is our favorite scrub brands?
Okay, I think we can agree on one. Figs.
Yeah.
Figs. I am currently wearing Gray's Barco. That's what I brought home. They're really comfortable, really soft. I think like compared to my my scrubs that I have to wear for school, every provided like scrubs that you wear for nursing school can be different. They're not really made to be pretty. Can
They're
you
not the
agree?
best.
They're not the
yeah.
best.
They feel like a potato sack. It makes you feel like a potato.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And then I'm currently wearing Koi, which is actually an all-female run scrub brand. And they make really cute stuff, like form-fitting.
Yeah. What type of stethoscope do you guys use? Does your school require you to buy your own? So I have the Littman 3 Classic in a matte black, and I got it engraved. I don't have it with me, but it's honestly so much better than what my school provided. My school provided us with like cheap plastic looking stethoscopes, and you can't really hear very well out of it.
So I have a matte black MDF instrument stethoscope. I don't recall which one, but it's fantastic compared to what my school also offered. And it was also kind of janky. Not necessarily plastic, but it was very difficult to hear through them. So I would recommend that you just buy one that you think is cute, that you like.
Yeah.
And as long as it has good reviews and works, you can hear through it.
Yeah, I definitely really like my Littman. Littman, it is an investment. MDF is also really great. I'm sure like there's other like brand stethoscopes out there, but just it's important just to hear like heartbeats and like respirations and whatnot. So make sure it works.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Maybe the next. So,
Do you have a social life outside of nursing school? I feel like I do. I try my hardest to kind of surround myself around people and not really shelter myself to just nursing. Obviously, like when you have like an exam coming up or something pertinent that you have to devote that time to, obviously you have to, but I still keep in touch with my friends and family back home. I have friends from my cohort that I'm pretty close to, and yeah, I would say that I do. And if that means like going out for coffee and like doing some light studying or like going to the beach, that's a social life. Yeah.
I would say I do too. Probably not as much, but
Yeah.
it's better than nothing. You need to
Definitely.
get out.
Yeah.
And that's something that my teachers would always say is like nursing school is grueling and you're going to be here every day.
Yeah.
And you're going to need to study every day, but we expect you to actually go out and have a life because if not, you're going to lose your mind.
That is very true.
And yeah, it's very true.
It's very true.
So are you close to those in your cohort? Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have your close friends and you're going to have people who are just in your cohort, but I mean, whether there's drama or not, it's important that everyone works as a team.
Yeah, I can definitely relate.
Yeah.
I think it's so important to work as a team, and we're all here to finish the same degree. And supporting one another and lifting one another just makes the experience so much more worth it, and it makes schooling so much easier.
Absolutely.
And also approaching like your classmates is so much easier. I would say like I am and I'm not, because my schooling, I'm literally on the campus once a week, and so when you're going to school once a week, you're not as close to like everyone in the cohort. And between our cohort, we're separated into 3 different groups for clinicals. So I would say that I'm like most closest to people that are in my clinical group, and I've been really happy with all my friends in my clinical group, and my school like changes that around so we're not stuck with the same people. And I actually really like that. Like, I talk to people that I don't really talk to like one semester, and I'm really close to them this semester. So it's good. It's a good balance.
You just have to stay out of whatever drama there is, if you feel like there is any, just to make sure that, you know, you keep yourself
In check.
yeah,
Yeah.
mentally healthy and just
Like, check in with yourself every now and then. I think it's so important to do so. Like, you kind of get lost being so busy and like feeling really pressured to get it done. And sometimes we lose ourselves that when we get so overwhelmed or so busy. It's not easy, but it's what we have to do.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, education.
Let's see. Did you transfer into nursing school from community college? How was the transition? I did go to community college, but I was getting my degree in English, and so it's a little different. I learned very quickly that it wasn't for me, and I started to get some of my prerequisites finished for nursing school. I learned that at the community college I was at, you needed to become a certified nurse assistant to get into their program. So I did that, and I immediately fell in love with the healthcare field and with nursing. It was really cool. But what sucked about the school was that their wait list was like 5 years long.
Wow.
And then when I was allowed to apply for it, their nursing entrance got shut down, and they are under like investigation for something.
What?
I think it's nothing like sketchy, but it was something to do with like their process of putting people in.
Definitely. Yeah.
So the transition was kind of difficult because I am now in an accelerated program. It's an 11-month long LVN program where you don't need any of your prerequisites finished.
That's really nice.
So it's nice, but I gotta get them finished before I
Yeah.
become an RN. So I think the transition is difficult because of the timing. I could take 2 years to become an LVN at a community college, or I could have taken this 11 months, and I don't know. I think that I wasn't ready for this rigorous program.
Yeah.
But it's all good now. After the first month, it's easy peasy.
I think it's hard, like, always acclimating to something new.
Yeah.
I can definitely relate. So I went to a 4-year for my first year, and I figured that wasn't for me because I couldn't get into the classes I needed. And I'm a type of person that if I don't want to be taking like random classes just to fill up time. So I went back to my local junior college, and it's one of like the best in our area, and actually like really enjoyed that process of going to a community college and then transferring. And I just met so many people in my community, and it helped me kind of get on path of like taking all these nursing prereqs. I spent 3 years in total after high school taking nursing prereqs, general education, and then I applied to a couple different schools, and I did get into a couple different nursing schools, but it came down to like where I envisioned myself and like what I wanted myself, what I wanted out of this, like in the long run. Like I see myself like having growth and being independent and like going on a new journey essentially. So I did choose the school that was the farthest away, and I don't regret it at all. And my first year of nursing school was definitely hard. That transition involved a lot of crying, and I missed home and just like having family and friends around. But knowingly that I'm almost done with my degree and I'm going to get my degree soon, it's just everything is kind of clicking and coming full circle, and you're kind of always reminded why you always started.
Absolutely. Right. How's the application process, and what requirements are needed to get into the program? All right. So requirements for my school: you have to be 18. Obviously, you can't have anything on your criminal record.
Definitely.
That's any nursing school.
Yeah.
So you'll get like a background check, and then they put
Drug
you
test.
into.
Do you drug testing?
We do drug testing for the next term I'm going into right now. We're going to start getting drug tested because we're doing Med Pass.
Yeah.
So that's
really
when
important.
ours started. And then what else? Oh, my school, they put you in a 2-week long prereq course.
Mhm.
And that kind of weeds out the people who can't handle the fast pace.
Yeah.
And it weeds people out. That's so bad to say. But that's kind of why they do it. My admissions rep told me that. So you go in this 2-week class, you take medical terminology, you get some basic anatomy, physiology, and dosage calculations, and a little bit of other math. And 2 weeks, test every day. You pass that class, you get moved on into a cohort, whatever
Wow.
one's closest to you. For me, I was put on a wait list for the cohort that was supposed to start in February, because I took this prereq class in January. And unfortunately, the wait list is a wait list, as any school.
Yeah.
Didn't get in. So I actually
It's
started
okay,
in May.
yeah.
I started in May, and I'm really thankful for that, because I got
Yeah.
to work, I got to save money,
It
spend
kind of gives you a
time.
little bit of time before you have to make that transition
Yeah, to prep.
to prep your mind mentally for nursing school, essentially.
Yeah. So that's basically the only requirements. You take like a test that you have to score a certain amount on before you can even get into the prereq class. It's basic. But that's all for my school.
Yeah, so my school was a little bit different. It's a private school, so I had to actually write an essay to the school and send them my transcripts and everything. And then you not only have to get into the school, but you have to get into the nursing program as well. So there was 2 different applications I had to fill out. One was to get enrolled into the school, and one was to be eligible to be a candidate in the nursing program. From then, I think there was like 70 or 80 applicants, and it consisted of just individuals who went to the school or people who are transferring in. There was an interview. It was interviews with potential nursing students that could be in your cohort. It could be like 3 to 4, and it's a panel interview with all these instructors and this faculty that do ask you nursing questions, meaning like, what is your take on nursing? Like, are you ready to commit to something like this? What would you do in this situation? How much time can you dedicate to your education? And so just like a lot of these questions, I had also an entrance exam. So I did ATITs. So I did study for about a month and a half, and then I took the TEAS test locally, like near me. And you had to get a passing grade for that, and that is taken into consideration. But also we had another essay too, and we had to. I remember I wrote about service, and I related it to nursing and what I kind of envision myself like doing as a nurse, like how I can be a service to my future patients and what I can bring to the table. And so it was just it took a lot of time, took a lot of waiting and a lot of patience to get into where I'm at. And like, I didn't expect to be in nursing school, honestly, the year that I applied, because of everything. I was finishing micro, a lot of life happening, and it was just such a blessing, just to be able to be where I'm at and like meeting new people and doing life and being in nursing school.
Yeah, I completely forgot. We also had an interview, but it was with like whoever leads the school or like the people, and it's just you, and they ask you the same type of questions. They even ask like, what does integrity mean to you?
Yeah.
And what is ethical to you?
Very like open-ended. Yeah.
Yeah. So you go through that. They ask you very, things based around nursing, and it's not that hard if you want to be a nurse.
Yeah.
If you know you want to be a nurse, you can answer those
It's
questions.
it's so easy, like, to answer these questions if you have the drive, you have the passion to do nursing.
Absolutely. And if you're good with people and you can just talk, then you're good.
You're good.
All right.
And you know your content too.
Yeah, that's true. What type of nursing do you see yourself in? Okay.
Go
Well, I honestly don't know, but I do know I want to be a nurse practitioner, whether that is in like geriatric care or
Yeah.
family nursing. I am unsure of, but
Yeah.
I do want to continue to,
Move
keep
up.
going up that ladder.
Definitely. I thought I would do tele, so cardiac. I really liked maternity and L&D this last semester, but I'm really looking forward to critical care, ICU. I think I have like a strong interest in that, and I'm hoping this semester will kind of help me to gauge where I want to go.
All right. So, what is your favorite clinical rotation?
Okay. I would say maternity L&D for me. The babies.
The babies, yeah.
They're so cute.
I would choose the babies too. My actually clinical rotation, I've only had one so far, and it's been in skilled nursing facilities working with geriatric patients and people with Alzheimer's. But my favorite part of it has been wound care and
Yeah.
like wound management, pain management.
Yeah.
So that's been really cool to see and help with.
They have just a ton of like wound care, like they just have a ton of like different tools that they can use.
Yeah.
Um,
And there's a lot of different reasons people
Yeah.
have wounds, especially
Definitely.
in skilled nursing facilities. It
Yeah.
not just pressure ulcers, it's also diabetes.
yeah.
So that was definitely my favorite part of my first rotation in a SNF.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you plan to further your education after your LVN and RN programs? So we both already
Yeah.
said yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
Pretty much. For me, I'll be finishing my BSN in May, and then studying for my NCLEX. And I definitely see myself furthering my education, whether that will be in geriatrics, pediatrics, getting my NP license or degree. I feel like nursing, you never stop learning, and there's so many different areas that you can go to. Right now, I'm definitely interested in like critical care, ICU, tele, maternity. So they're all different, very like different windows. But
She wants the high stakes stuff.
yeah, like where you can think on your feet
Yeah.
a little bit. What should a pre-nursing student be studying or pursuing while preparing for school? I think maybe like definitely like look into getting your prereqs done. Research schools that you would want to go to and like seeing their requirements. But also talking to nurses and nursing students and people in this career.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the best way that you can learn about what to really do is take it from experience. I had a few friends that helped me like kind of gauge like what I should do, and kind of then I would plan my timeline of when I should be doing this and when I should be thinking about this, and so definitely having people around you, if you do like that understands, nursing and can kind of give you insight, and looking to see what criteria is obviously the school needs and like preparing for that. I think that's what I would say.
Yeah, basically it's the same thing for me. I asked the nurses in my family what I needed to know. I talked to other people who I found on Instagram,
Yeah.
who are nurses or nursing students. I watched videos like this
Yeah.
on
Definitely.
YouTube just so I could get an idea of what I was getting myself into. But there's nothing you can really read that's going to teach you what's like.
Yeah.
It's so unpredictable, honestly. Like you step into a clinical, you don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
It could be a super simple day, someone could code, you don't know. So it's just getting you yourself in the right mindset that things are unpredictable
Yeah.
and
And being open to flexibility.
Yeah.
And so like you're not going to walk into a 12-hour shift knowing like, okay, I'm going to do med pass. I'm going to try to do like these skills and whatnot. Like sometimes you'll just walk into someone coding, or like you have to do something that you weren't prepared to do, and you have to go through stuff that you weren't prepared to see. And so mentally getting yourself ready to be like, okay, I'm gonna go in this with just like an open head and open heart, and just like take it as it comes, like experience wise, and just learning from it. I think it's just so important to do so.
Yep. All right, our last question.
Lots of questions. I love it.
How many terms are your programs, and what term are you on? I am in a 3-term program. They're all about 2.5 months long, and I am just finishing up this week my first term.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah. How about you?
So we're a semester system. So it's 4 semesters. So it's a 2-year program, and that's just totally nursing content. I mean, I've done my prerequisites in general ed at a different college, so I transferred with those units in order to not do those classes. So I've just done nursing ever since, and my school has like a set schedule of what classes we need to take by each semester. So when I'm signing up for classes, I already know what I'm going to be taking, and that's really helpful. Definitely as a nursing student, and kind of having that like guideline to gauge when I'm going to get this material and how fast this program is like coming to an end and whatnot.
And then what term are you on?
I'm on the 3rd term, so I'm finishing my last year of my BSN.
Almost done.
You're almost done.
I know, we're both almost done.
I know.
It's nice.
I know. It
Because
really
like
is.
I just started, but I'm like
But like
on the 2nd term.
you're on the 2nd term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Yeah. So that was all our questions, and I'm really happy that I came out to meet Keely and make this video for you guys. And I think if we could help someone out and just to inspire you guys with our words, and it makes us feel really happy. And
Absolutely.
yeah.
Because this was something that I was definitely looking for before going into nursing school. So to be able to make this for people and make a new friend out
Yeah.
of it, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, bye.